All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makafadak. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to Allah Akim out there that's doing the work. In sincerity and charity with humiliation all across the four winds. To you I salute. All right? Yeah, man, today we're going to get into pretty much a rebuke lesson. You know? But before we get into that lesson, I just want to say something. I want to speak on this job a little bit. You know, here in this country, at this present time, you know, the whole country, they're worrying about herd immunity and being jabbed up. You know, they pushing the marks in, pushing that, and that's been talked about, you know, throughout the country. But what people ain't worrying about and what people ain't thinking about is that the dollar getting ready to crash. So the Most High is taking out this system. All right, he's taking down this system from the inside. Okay, now a year or so ago, you know, going into how you have these different nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, you know, Iran, you know, come up with this currency called BRICS. All right, but now here's the thing. You know, Russia now ain't dealing with the U.S. dollar. All right, Russia, I think turned in what, some $200+ billion. All right, and the reason for that is the U.S. put sanctions on Russia, and when you go into sanctions, that's a military tactic. That's an act of war. Okay, but now, this happened as soon as Biden came into office. All right, but now here's the thing, that backfire on them, because now Russia moved to the euro. Okay, so they still could trade in the euro, and they trading now with countries in the in Europe. You see, which ultimately that's a step down from the dollar. But China, well, there you won. China, you won is back with gold. You see what I'm saying? So now they could trade because with the dollar ain't nothing back in the dollar. So now Iran is looking at how Russia dealt with their monetary system and see that making sense. So saying that America put a sanction on Russia, that basically put Russia on a hold from doing business with other nations. Now that ain't working. And so now these other nations starting to see that and move now into the euro again, which is a step down from the dollar, which ultimately they're gonna go back to trading in gold. All right. Now, what that does is this: that weakens the U.S. dollar. Okay, and we over here in the Bahamas, we starting to feel it, because a week or two ago, we had this article come up with one of the biggest food store chains here in the country. You know, he announced that, hey, look, your food going up. The price of food is gonna go up, and that's due to what? The dollar being weakened. So as these nations pull away from the dollar, okay, we're gonna have what you call inflation.
Print more money.
You understand? And which ultimately that's gonna crash. Because let's say you go to the store right now, you buy a pack of rice for $4. All right, but with hyperinflation, okay, that same one pack of rice may cost $400. You see what I said?
More money you gotta print.
God. All right, so man, we are in some beautiful times, man. We are in some beautiful times. But yeah, man, I just want to speak on that a little bit, but that's definitely something to watch out for. All right, anything you want to add to that before we get? All right. So anyhow, what we're going to do, we're going to jump into a lesson, and the lesson is going to be called Loving to Sleep and to Slumber. All right. Now, yeah, the scripture says a time for everything. All right, but sleeping all the time, all day, every day, You know, that is a trait of a two-third. Okay? So let's get into it. You know, because if you sleeping all the time, what are you gonna do? What will you yeah? What are you gonna do, or what will Yahweh Shai do when he returns? What you gonna be doing upon Yahweh Shai's return?
God.
What are you gonna meet you doing? Is he gonna meet you doing the work, or is he gonna meet you sleeping?
God.
See what I saying? All right, sleeping. That's how you're gonna be taken. You're gonna be taken in judgment right along with everybody else. Okay, if you're sleeping all the time.
God.
The scripture say no man knows when Yahweh Shai coming.
God.
Okay? All right, what are you gonna meet you doing? Sleeping? And so when judgment come to this place, you know, when Yahweh Shai bring that judgment, you're gonna be judged right along with these two-thirds, because why? You damn sleeping.
God.
All right, like I say, that's the trait of the two-third. That's why the scripture say what? Mortify your members, man. That's because this flesh cannot exist in this society. You have to be spiritual.
God.
And how you could be spiritual if you damn sleeping all the time?
God.
You see what I saying? All right. How you gonna watch for the prophecies, and how you gonna watch and pray if you always sleeping?
God.
You see what I saying? Sleeping all the time, all day long. That's the trait of a two-third.
God.
Okay, that's it. All right, let's jump into it. Let's get the book of Mark chapter 13, verse 31. Okay.
This is the book of Mark chapter 13 verse 31. It says, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away.
Can. All right. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but his word will not pass away. That's because what? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai word stand forever, man. Stand sure forever. All right. And there's nothing no one could do to change that. You can't do nothing to change that. All right. The words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, what that does to us, that strengthens us.
God.
All right. That's why we shall not we shall not pass away as well. All right, because we are under the covering of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai word.
God.
Okay? But how are you gonna be under his word if you sleeping all the time?
God.
You see? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai ain't dealing with that. Okay? See ya? And in my Bible here, the next verse going into verse 32, it says, the head here is the time of Mashiach's coming unknown.
God.
So what he can find you doing?
God.
You see what I'm saying? This thing is a serious thing.
God.
All right? Let's read verse 32.
Verse 32. But of that day and that hour knoweth no man, not the angels which are in heaven, neither the Son, but the Father.
Can't. All right, so no man knows when Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai will send his son Yahweh Shai to judge this damn place.
God.
To judge this world. Ain't no one know that. Ain't no one know the time.
God.
You understand? All right, so that's why you have to stay in the spirit. But then again, you know, how you going to stay in the spirit? How you going to be in the spirit if you damn always sleeping?
God.
You see what I'm saying?
God.
All right. How you going to know what hit this place? Or how you going to know what hit you if you're sleeping?
God.
You understand? When thieves come in and break and steal, they come in the night. You ain't know when they come in.
God.
They clean you right out while you sleeping.
God.
So that's likened unto you being judged.
God.
All right.
God.
So if you always sleeping, man, guess what? All right. That's a trait of a two-third, and you're gonna be judged. All right, or receive that judgment when that judgment is gonna be carried out when Yahweh shall return.
And we also supposed to be the watchman for the house of Israel.
Can.
How can you be that if you sleeping?
That's it. All right. And guess what? Most of these two-thirds, that's how they're gonna get taken out. All right. This is a serious and heavy matter we dealing with. All right. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai ain't have time to do shit. Okay, we are his prophets. Okay, he sent his prophets out there to do his work, not the damn sleep. All right. But read on.
Says verse 33. Take ye heed, watch and pray, for ye know not when the time is.
You see what I'm saying? So stay in the spirit.
God.
Stay in the spirit. But then again, you can't be like that if you sleeping all the time.
God.
You see what I'm saying?
God.
All right. Let's read.
Verse 34. For the Son of Man is as a man taking a far journey, who left his house, and gave authority to his servants, and to every man his work, and commanded the porter to watch.
Done. You see that? So whenever he calls you to do this work, all right, to see if you chosen, all right, he called you to do this work, and we have to do this work to see if we be chosen.
God.
You see what I'm saying?
God.
All right. And how you know you're not chosen? You know you're not chosen because you're sleeping all the time.
God.
He ain't have no one. He ain't have no need of no one who don't damn put in the work.
God.
All right. And the work is more than just, you know, going out on the highways and byways. It's more than that.
God.
All right. That's just like when you go to your physical job. All right. It's more than you getting up in the morning and driving to work.
God.
You see what I said? You have other job descriptions along with what you got to do.
God, absolutely.
All right, so this thing is the same way.
God.
All right? Yeah, man. And if you don't do the work, then guess what? You don't eat.
God.
All right? And if you don't work, then guess what? The judgment is going to creep upon you while you sleep.
God, absolutely.
All right? Because, again, that's a trait of a two-thirds.
God.
And we know what's going to happen to the two-thirds. See what I saying? Lord willing, we strive, you know, to be a part of that number until the end.
God.
All right? Read on.
Verse 35. Watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh, at even, or at midnight, or at the cock crowing, or in the morning.
God, so no one knows, man. All right, so we got to keep standing upon our watch. How you can stand upon your watch if you're sleeping?
God.
You see what I'm saying?
God.
All right? And this reward, man, is worth the watch. Because the reward is the kingdom of heaven. Ultimately, we're going to live forever and get those spiritual bodies.
God.
Lord willing, we be a part of that number.
God.
All right? Because at the end of the day, the scriptures say what? This is a light affliction.
God.
This is a light affliction to go through these things.
God.
All right? To stand upon our watch. All right? Like the Ark say, we are called the watchman of the house of Israel. How you going to be watching the house of Israel, a watchman, and you sleeping all the time?
God.
All right? Yeah, let's read on.
Say, verse 36. Lest coming suddenly, he find you sleeping.
You see that? Man, read that again, man.
It says, lest coming suddenly, he find you sleeping.
All right, so speaking about Yahweh Shai being sent by Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, his father. All right, so guess what? He's going to kill you while you're sleeping. You're going to enter into the same judgment as the two-thirds.
God, you see no time for that shit, boy.
That's it. These ain't my words. These ain't my words. He just using me as that vessel to break it down. Okay? All right, so we got to be more serious in this thing, man. We got to put off that carnality and move in the spirit. All right? So from there, let's get the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5. Let's start at the top. Okay? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, ain't enough time to rump. All right? Ain't enough time to rump. As a matter of fact, he don't rump. Because we, in this thing, we know better and we know what we're supposed to be doing. Yeah, 1 Thessalonians 5 and 1.
1 Thessalonians 5 and 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you.
Come, you see that? Because why? We in the spirit of prophecy. All right, we looking out for these prophecies. Okay, you see that? That's why you have no need to write unto you, because we know exactly what's going on. We know what's taking place. But how you gonna keep up, all right, things happening all the time and you sleeping through it? See what I said?
Yeah.
I say now you in your bed sleeping and Yahushua crack those skies. I said you game over.
God.
Because he just say when he come he find you sleeping, that means he gonna kill you. You're gonna enter into the same judgment.
God.
All right. Let's read on.
It says, "For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, so cometh as a thief in the night."
Can't you see that? Because no man knows when a thief will come into his house.
God.
That's the same way how Yahushua is gonna come and creep in on you while you laying down sleeping. And guess what? While you laying down sleeping, he's gonna execute that judgment on you.
God.
All right.
Absolutely.
This ain't no time for that, but especially in these times that when you could look around and look at the news to see exactly what's going on,
God.
see what's happening, then you're still gonna be sleeping and being a sluggard.
God.
No, we ain't in that time. We ain't in that time. All right. Let's read on.
It says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape."
Right, when they say peace and safety, all right, that's you laying down sleeping all day because you ain't worrying about nothing.
God.
You understand? You let your flesh get the best of you. You see what I said? 'Cause you say what? When peace and safety, when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon them. All right, that's Yahushua returning, and you laying down in your bed sleeping. All right? Because guess what? When you jump out of your sleep, all right, when everything is happening, start happening, guess what? It can be too late.
God.
You know why it can be too late? You can't run. Judgment is going to be all around you, and guess what? You're going to get caught up in that judgment.
God.
And I can prove it right now. Let's get out of the book of Amos chapter 5. Let's start at 18. Okay?
God.
Let's get Amos 5 and 18. You can't run.
It's Amos 5 and 18. "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
Read.
As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a servant with him.
Right, read.
Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light? Even very dark and no brightness in it."
God, and that's because you ain't gonna have no way to run. It can be too late when you hop up out of your sleep, judgment all around. So you can't get away from it. You understand? So guess what? You're gonna be taken right along with it. All right, that's because again, you're not gonna escape. So since you like to sleep and slumber, the Most High say, "Here, eat this judgment." You trying to get away from this?
God.
Eat this judgment. Take this judgment, boy. All right, and that's what you get for loving to sleep. Because again, loving to sleep and the slumber is a trait of a two-third.
God.
All right,
God.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua ain't dealing with that.
Real nigga action.
All right, God. You see what I said? And this is Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, true Yahweh Shai, pouring out his wrath by bringing his judgment. Okay, and he said, "Began at my house, my sanctuary." You see? Yeah, boy, we in some serious times.
Very serious.
See no time to damn be joking, but all right. So from there, let's get the book of Romans chapter 13. All right, start at verse 11.
This is the book of Romans chapter 13 and verse 11. It says, "And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe."
All right, and this is true, man. All right, and this is a perfect time. All right, to awake out of that sleep. All right, always sleeping. So stop being carnal and acting, and stop acting like these niggas out here. Because these niggas out here, that's all they into. When they done smoke their big joint, get something to eat, they lay down, go sleep, play game, lay down, sleep. You understand?
Niggas.
Niggas. You know, because if you in that spirit, you know, of always sleeping, you know, if you're in that spirit of always sleeping in these times, Man, you finish. You completely done. Might as well stick a fork and you done.
God.
All right, so it's high time to wake out of the sleep, man. Just like how the scriptures say. You know? So from all the signs in the news, you understand? All that's going on all around the pandemic, the sweet juice, you know what I mean? All right? All that going on, and you know that. You see what I'm saying? And you shouldn't be always damn sleeping. Supposed to stay on your watch. Be alerted. You understand? And if you really think in yourself that you're a man of the Lord, and if you truly believe this, then you had stop joking. See what I'm saying? Stop joking. All right, let's be more spiritual. You know?
God.
All right, let's read on.
Yeah, verse 12. Romans 13 and 12. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light.
You see that? The night is speaking about this times we in.
God.
Okay? And then also, it's twofold. And also speaking about sleeping as well. You understand? The darkness, right? And then the day is when Yahweh Shai will come. When he will return. And when he returns, what he's going to find you doing? Sleeping? No, man. You find you sleeping, you true. He gonna stick a fork in you.
God. But if I could say something to Salak, right? But Yahweh Shai is a perfect example for us to follow, right?
Right.
Like he say, man, fuck this up hole, if we paraphrasing, you know, the man, but the son of man don't have no place to lay his head, man. All right? Because he was about to do his father's business. He was into those sleeping, man.
God.
What do he do when he find Peter? Peter them sleeping.
That's it.
So y'all can stay up a little while for me, man. Y'all sleeping?
God. Beautiful, boy. Beautiful precept. You know? Beautiful. Like Peter them flesh started to rise up against him.
God.
Like what the Christians say, flesh started to rise up against him. Yeah, boy.
God.
But on the real, we gotta keep it more spiritual, boy.
God.
Keep it more spiritual. Okay, let's read that again.
Verse 12. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness.
You see, that's a lock your cast off the works of darkness.
God.
Loving the sleep and the slumber.
God.
Read.
And let us put on the armor of light.
God. All right, so we got to be more into this word, boy.
God.
More into this prophecies. We got to be more wide awake and stop being carnal. All right? We got to be more awake, alerted, and more focused, boy. All right, so stop them always sleeping. All right? Stop that. Yahweh Shem Yahushua ain't dealing with that. And that's a characteristic a two-third would be displaying.
God.
You understand? I'm speaking out of my own head, out of my own heart, using the scriptures.
God.
Okay? Let's read on.
Verse 13. Let us walk honestly as in the day, and not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying.
God. All right, so stop damn sleeping all day.
God.
This is what the scriptures is saying. Stop sleeping all day, man. Say, put off these damn things.
God.
All right? Yahweh Shem Yahushua commands that we put off that shit, boy.
God.
Sleeping all day. All right? It says, let us walk honestly, not as in the day. Right? Not as in the day. Not in rioting. You see that? Not in drunkenness. Not in chambering.
God.
When you go into that word chambering, which is G2845, let's look it up. Let's see what that says. Because Yahweh Shem Yahushua commands that we stop them laying down all day, laying down in the bed or on your couch, sleeping.
God.
See what I said? So in other words, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai said, if that's what you into, he ain't dealing with you. You see what I said?
God.
Look up the word chambering.
That's a serious thing, boy.
See?
Okay. Chambering. It says a place for laying down.
A place for laying down without is your bed.
God.
Laying down sleeping.
God.
You see that?
God. It says resting.
You see that? Sleeping.
God. It says sleeping in the bed.
You see that? So the Most High Yahweh is saying, man, cut your shit and stop fucking sleeping all day.
God.
He commands it.
God.
All right? You see what I say now? Now, you push in the law, but these things, every word that the Most High speak is law.
God.
You can't keep these perfect.
God.
You understand? Okay? So you ain't making this stuff up.
God.
All right? And this is for you to take heed. All right? Let's read on.
Verse 14, Romans 13 and 14. But put ye on the Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, and make no provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof.
Can't. All right? And that's because he will put you down back to sleep, boy. He'll put you back to sleep on a physical level and on the spiritual level, boy.
God.
On the spiritual side. All right? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai will put you back to sleep, boy. He'll take you out as well.
God.
All right? And guess what? You don't want that.
God. That's a scary flicking thing.
That's it. He take you out spiritually first, and then it start to manifest physically. You see what I saying? And you don't want that. You don't want Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to sieve you out. Because if he sieve you out, then that means you're going to be totally destroyed, boy.
God.
Okay? You're going to be totally destroyed. He's going to kill you, boy. This thing serious.
God, very serious.
All right? So how come we got to start taking this thing serious, boy?
God.
All right? This ain't no jokey matter.
No.
Okay? So from there, let's get the book of Ephesians chapter 5 now. Check it up at verse 14.
This is the book of Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 14. It reads, Wherefore he said, Awake thou that sleepest.
You see that? To get your ass up.
God.
Right?
And arise from the dead.
Right, arise from the dead, because pretty much you dead when you damn sleeping. So get your ass up and stop fucking sleeping. That's what he's saying.
God.
All right?
And Mashiach shall give thee light.
God, so you got to wake up out of that sleep you in, man. All right?
God.
So whatever damn sluggish and slumbering spirit you might have,
God.
all right, you need to get rid of that shit. Pray to the Most High to take that spirit away from you, buddy.
God.
All right?
Salakir.
Well,
And if you look at these people, their mindset is like they completely in a fucking dead state.
God,
And that ain't a way to be like these people.
that's a trait of the world, a trait of the two-thirds.
Yeah, boy.
All right, and if you like that, then guess what? That's showing you being cold.
God.
And cold, that even ain't lukewarm. You say you're either hot or you're cold.
God.
If you're lukewarm, he can spit you out.
God.
And if you're cold, that's straight up destruction.
God.
You see what I'm saying?
God.
So you know what happen if you cold.
God.
All right? If you cold, that's damn pure judgment. So again, man, sleeping all the time, that's a trait of a two-third. Okay? All right? Because when you like that now, you become damn complacent. See what I'm saying? You become complacent. You get lazy and sluggish. And the nigga attitude develop.
God. That's true.
Okay?
God.
That's it.
God.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai ain't got time to be ramping, but I might as well let you know.
God.
All right, read on.
It says, verse 15, See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
See that? See then that ye walk circumspectly. How you can do that if you fucking laying down sleeping?
God.
See what I said? Because you got to be on the watch all the time.
God.
You gotta watch what's going on around you all the time. But you can't do that if you're sleeping.
God.
You see what I said?
God.
All right. So you gotta tighten up even more, man. You gotta tighten up on everything even more.
God.
All right. I mean, there's room for perfection. All right. Because at the end of the day, we trying to please Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You understand? So we have to believe in these words, man. All right. Believe and have faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right. Yeah, man.
Let's, like to give an example too. Let's just say you sleeping all the time, and this appointed time, this time basically, let's just say if our prime minister make a address, you know what I mean? The state we in and how things is gonna get bad. You know what I mean? He say, look here, if you don't get job up, you know what I mean, you can get thrown in concentration camp. So if you sleeping and you miss that report, that means your ass can get catch.
God, you get catching that because now you sleeping.
Right. And the Most High can be justified in doing it because he tell you what to do.
That's it.
Wake your ass up, you ain't supposed to be asleep, boy. A watchman be on watch all the time.
God. That's it. And that's a beautiful example you use. He give that address and he say effective immediately.
God.
You understand? When they the defense force or the police come kick the door in, you ain't got no place to run.
That's it. That's it.
See what I saying?
God.
All right. So while he giving that speech right then, and you hear that, bang, you don't know get out of there.
That's it, boy.
You see?
Yeah, but we in the time like that, boy.
That's it.
We supposed to be soldiers for Yahweh Shai. What soldiers do? Always be on alert, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, boy.
That's it. Yeah. Okay.
Verse 16, it says, redeeming the time, because the days are evil.
God, redeeming the time was the days are evil, so man, let you get your shit together and stop fucking around.
God.
Now you still have chance, man. Get over that damn sluggard and sluggish and slumbering spirit. Alright? Yahweh Shem Yahushua, I could take you out for that shit, boy. This thing serious,
Scary shit, boy.
This thing scary, boy.
Telling you.
Yeah, boy. You can't just say you have faith. You gotta put that faith into action, boy.
And what a scary thing too. Like the scriptures say, the righteous gonna scarcely be saved, boy.
Can.
So your mindset gotta be, doing whatever you have to do to try to get salvation over here, boy.
Can.
How you could do that and you sleeping? No, boy, this ain't the time for that shit, boy.
That's it. Can. Alright, let's get this last piece here. This last one, verse 17.
Verse 17. Ephesians 5 and 17. Wherefore, be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is.
God, and we know what the will of the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is. That's why we say, thy kingdom come, thy will be done.
God.
See what I say?
God.
All right, so one of his will is to get your ass up and be more spiritual, man.
God.
You understand? Be more spiritual. Yeah, man. So take heed, man. Take heed to this. Get out of that sluggish and slumbering spirit. All right? So Lord willing, we hope that this was edifying.
God.